Hi guys, Digital Laura Anderson, back with another way to monetize AI Chatgpt. This is going to be video number 3. I did how to do professional resume revisions and cover letters. Then I also did a video on how to become a professional language translator that was really cool. And this is number 3. This is going to show you how you can become a full custom website developer, even if you don't know how to read or write any code whatsoever. This one is like really gonna blow your mind. It's so crazy, and I can show you just how simple it is if you actually know what you're doing. So let's go ahead and get started. So like I always say, make sure you open up a new chat with ChatGPT. That way it's fresh with knowledge. It doesn't have any prior data that you've been feeding it, and we can have it build upon exactly what we want it to build and learn specifically the topic we want it to learn about, right? Because ChatGPT is an ongoing conversation. So you tell it to do something and then you tell it to keep going, and you want to make sure you're feeding it the same line of subject the whole time. Each new entity should have its own separate chat, right? So let's get into it. We have to first make sure that our prompts are really good and really in depth. If you just go ahead and you're like, hey, code me a website for my business, this is my business, it's going to spit out, stuff that isn't very in depth. Sometimes it'll say it can't do it because I am an AI language model and I can't do that. Don't worry, there are ways to work around it, and I'll show you. So let's get into it. So first of all, like I said, you want to make sure you have a really good prompt. I'm going to have it build a website for me and my services, a Digital Laura Anderson website. So here is the prompt I have for it. That is not it. Give me 1 second. So here is the prompt I have for it. Let me just read through the prompt just so you know specifically like how in depth the prompt is. So I'm going to tell, hey, ChatGPT, I want you to act as a full stack engineer and web developer. As a full stack engineer and web developer, you will be responsible for designing, developing, and maintaining the front end and back end of web applications. You should have experience and knowledge in a variety of technologies and programming language such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and one or more back-end languages like Python, Java, Ruby, etc. You should be familiar with web frameworks such as React, Angular, and Vue on the front end, and Express, Django, or Ruby Rails on the back end. You should also have experience with databases and be able to design and implement database schemas and interact with them using SQL or ORM. You should be able to understand and implement application architecture, security, and performance best practices. You should also be able to debug and troubleshoot issues and be able to write automated tests to ensure the quality of the code. You should also be able to collaborate with other developers, designers, and stakeholders to deliver high quality and user-friendly applications. Now, code me a website that showcases my business. My business is a digital marketing consultant firm. This website should have a homepage, a contact page, a portfolio page, and a services page. So let's see. Sometimes when you put it in, it's just going to tell me exactly how I can go about it, rather than just give me the code. So let's see what it does. It's going to be, as a full stack engineer and web developer, I'd be happy to create a website that showcases a digital marketing consulting firm. Here's a possible approach to designing and developing the website. So this is really cool. It's going to tell me how to plan and design the website. So say you have a client who's saying like, hey, I need you to design me a website. Here is the website that I need designed. You can tell ChatGPT what it is that you need, and it'll plan out the design of the website, and then you can send this back to the client, be like, hey, this is going to be my plan of design and how I'm going to create the website moving forward. And it's doing it all for you, that you don't have to do any of it. So it's showing that I need a homepage, and it's showing what's going to be on the homepage. Then it's going to have a services page, what's going to be on there, and it's because I said I do digital marketing, it's making up services for the services page, which is totally cool. I can just tell it specifically what services I offer and it can replace that. But for this example, let's just let it run with itself. So then it has a portfolio page, a contact page. Then it's saying once we have a clear plan of design for the website, we can start coding it, develop the front end. So now it's telling us specifically how we can go about coding it, right? Rather than giving me the code. So let's let it finish writing it out, and then we will ask it to code it for us. It'll probably say like, oh, it's too much code, or I can't do that. So don't worry, let's let it finish up, and I will show you how to go about that. And I will show you what it's like to use it in real time, because some people will be like, oh, it said it can't do that, and then just give up. No, You have to work with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is your friend and it will help you. Okay, so it finished. Now let me see. Now write me the code for the home page for this website. Let's see what it does. Sure, here's an example of how, and see how it says here's an example. It doesn't say like here's the exact code, because sometimes it'll be like I can't technically do that, but it is giving me code. So let's see, let it write out. And then it does have this copy code here, which is really cool. So I don't have to like copy the whole thing. So let's let it do its thing. And this is, I kind of would have preferred it in, it's using React and Bootstrap. I would have preferred it to do it in HTML. So no problem. I didn't tell it to do it in HTML. That's my bad. So let me let it finish writing its thing. Can you write me an example in HTML instead? HTML. Let's let it do its thing. I mean, this is totally fine too. I just think HTML is simpler. And that's a personal preference. So let it keep writing. Writes a lot of code. I guess I could tell it to stop generating and see what it does. Here we go. Note that this is just a starting point. You can customize the content style and behavior of each element as needed. Okay, so here we go. This is better for me. So what we're going to do is when it's done, we're going to copy the code, and we need to at least make sure that the code is legit, and it can go through a compiler. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to Google HTML code compiler. I'm sure this one is fine. This is just to show us, it already gave us this, so we don't need this. So let's see if it's done. Nope, it's still generating. It's got a lot to give. It's got a lot to give, and I love it for that. So this is only going to be the home page. And it did say it is going to do some CSS, which is the design. So it's HTML would just be like, you know, on the website written form, and the CSS is going to give it some design. And you can find that when it types out global somewhere. So it's not even there yet. So it's taken a second. Let's let it run. Seeing where it is. So it's only on our services. Okay, so give me a second. I won't waste your time. I'll be back in 2 seconds when it's finished. All right, so it finally finished. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the code. I'm going to put it in the compiler. And I'm going to paste it, and then we are going to run it just to see how it looks. So it did create the website. It is a little generic, but it does have all the information we asked for. So grow your business. We help companies like yours improve their online presence. I didn't even tell it to write this. It just auto-generated it, which is awesome. It just gave me copy. And it does have the services, learn more. It does have services, portfolio, and contact, which is just what I wanted, which is awesome. Obviously, it doesn't look very pretty, so let's tell it. Write me CSS to make this homepage look really nice and professional. Make it pretty. Let's see what it does. So here is some CSS code to enhance the design of the homepage it provided earlier. This is just one possible style. You can adjust the colors, fonts, and layouts to your liking. So let me have it write this, and I'll let it finish. As soon as it's done, I'll be right back. Okay, so it finished compiling the code, so I'm going to go ahead and copy it, and we are going to paste it, and now we're going to run it. So it looks like this now. We're going to put in the new code. This is a very free, simple compiler. It's just to kind of show you what it will produce. So it might look a little skewed, just because this is a very simple compiler, and it doesn't have the bandwidth or the capacity to fully show you, but it'll give us a good idea of what the website is supposed to look like. Just a little spruced up. Let's see. So it spruced it up a lot. It even gave us a nice little underline for our services. Here's where I said it might have a little mistake. But if you run it through a pro compiler, it should be fine. It gave us a place to put a photo, which is really nice. It made it blue, the background. We can also tell it to make it any color we want. See how the Learn More button has like a nice little hover now. That's really cool. Our services, SEO, Learn More with the hover button, social media. It added these two. It added social media and email marketing, which is cool. Contact us, and it does have a complete contact form here. So, I mean, this took what, like less than 2 minutes to custom build a website. And like I said, you can show them exactly your client that you're going to build a website for, exactly the steps you're going to take to build it. They can obviously have custom preferences. So whatever colors or fonts that they want to use, you just tell ChatGPT, hey, rewrite this code using this font, these colors, etc., etc. And it'll go ahead and do it for you. So this literally took like no time at all. You can obviously, this is really good if you want to do really specific custom coding websites. It works great. You could build any website. You can even tell it like, hey, I want you to build me a website that mimics this website. So like say, hey, I want you to build me a website that mimics the Yelp review platform, but instead of reviewing restaurants, I want it to review hotels. And it'll draft up copy specifically for that. So it's really cool. But if this is still too intense for you, we do also have another option. It is called Durable AI. And this, like I said, will build you a website in 30 seconds with AI. So let's see how much faster or better this will look like with doing the same type of website. So we're going to do the same thing here. We are going to do, oh, they have digital marketing. Cool, cool. So let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to call it Digital Laura Anderson LLC, just for the example. It might pull my actual information from the website. It might scrape the web, just so it can fill in the website itself with some copy, or it could just make stuff up. So let's see what it does. Pick a color palette. Oh, generating a beautiful hero. Thank you. Oh, so much. Creating gallery. So it is building out a website. These are obviously going to be more template based, and not as custom coded, which can be totally fine if this is all that your client is requesting. You can totally do this and it would be insanely simple. Okay, so I think that was maybe a little longer than 30 seconds. Regardless, it was really quick. So, I mean, look at this. It already has a place for my social channels. It has my name up here. It has a call us. I would obviously change that to contact me because I don't want people calling me. So transform your digital marketing. It does take some, it knows I'm in Fort Lauderdale, which is cool. It also has, that's obviously a tacky background, but you could customize it to whatever background you want, or you could just have it spruce up something else for you. Let's see what it's going to be. This one's cool. This is a lot better, I think. And then it has a contact button form. This has a gallery. You could probably put maybe like describe your services on here. Or you could just take it out. Let's see, or we can regenerate it. Give us something else. I don't want to make an account just yet. So it's just more gallery photos. I'd probably take this out. It doesn't make sense to have on my page, but no problem. It's nice that they gave us the option. Oh, look, it created like a testimonial. So you could go ahead and, it keeps asking me, create, obviously copy and paste a real testimonial on your page. It's giving us my services, which this is not what I offer, but it's just giving examples, and then I can fill it in or tell it to fill it in based on what I actually do offer. So that's cool. I mean, it has like my location and a contact form. So an about us. I actually didn't do a terrible job of an about us, but I mean, it's nuts. This is nuts. So then you can customize it specifically to how you want. So if the other way was a little bit too much, which it should be too much in depth, because you can get really, really custom. With this, it's just kind of a basic general template layout, which is still really cool, especially if that's all your client cares about or needs. For someone like me to show off my services and what I do, this type of website would work completely fine. But if I do want something more custom, I can still completely custom code it using ChatGPT, using AI. So, I mean, people can charge upwards of $20,000 to $50,000 for a custom built website. And it usually takes them weeks or months to complete. And this could easily take you, a couple hours if you're going to do a really custom coded website with ChatGPT. Or if you want to use Durable, it would take you way less time. So yeah, I mean, this is insane. This technology is just mind-blowing, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. So stay tuned. I will have more videos that show you ways so that you can monetize AI, ChatGPT right now. So stay tuned. If you want to make sure you get notified, hit subscribe and hit the little notification button, and I promise to deliver. I'm going to have one video coming out soon that will just completely blow your mind with AI. Like everything that you thought was cool up until now, like get ready to... So stay tuned, guys, and I'm really excited to share it with you.